gotta talk into it.
Hello?
Yeah! Okay. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Alright. Hey everyone, how is everyone enjoying their con? Alright. I know you can get more excited than that.
If we were making
How are you guys enjoying the con? Alright, before we begin, I want to get an idea of who I am talking to. Who is selling art at this convention this weekend? Okay? Who is selling or who has sold art before at conventions? And are there any first timers here? Yay. And who wants to learn new tricks? Alright, everyone's hand should be up for that. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting an hour. Okay, well, I am here to talk about how to sell your art, obviously. This is a skill that not a lot of artists have, which is marketing skills. And before I begin, I want to tell you a little bit about me. Well, I've been selling, my name is Savannah, and I've been selling artwork at conventions since 2004. And I was 17 at the time, and the first convention I ever sold at was the first MomoCon that ever happened. And I was so afraid when I first started. I didn't know if I was going to flop and just not make any money, or if there were going to be a ton of other much better artists out there. I didn't know what to expect, and I was really scared. It was something I've never done before. But then I talked to other artists at the convention, and I found out that I made a lot more money than everyone else there did. I only went for half a day, which was 5 to 6 hours, and I made like $350. So I was pretty surprised. And I was really surprised that there were people there who were selling both days, and they didn't even scratch the surface of that. So I've been selling art since 2004, and I've developed a pretty decent-sized fan base. And these fans, they will come to my table every single year. Like Trevor. And this year was the first MomoCon I did not sell art at, and my phone was ringing. Like everyone was trying to find my table, and I was so sad to let them down, but it kind of felt awesome. Okay.
It's good to be wanted.
And then I also have fans who bought from me years ago and then found me on Facebook, and they're still sharing my art, they're still sharing my links and everything, and it's just amazing. And I have fans who each year they make sure they set aside an amount of money just to buy something for my table. And who here wants fans like that? Yes, definitely. So now I freelance in design and illustration, and I have clients all over the country, and I even picked up a client in London, which is awesome. So apparently I know how to do something right. And so now I am helping other artists get to where I am. And a lot of artists are good at what they do, but they don't know how to get it out there. So in this presentation, we are going to cover 3 convention launch tactics. We are going to learn how to attract viewers and stand out. And then we are going to talk about how to engage your viewers and turn them into fans who will come back year after year. First of all, some common misconceptions that I want to address. Talent is enough. When I first told people that I was doing this panel, everyone was like, oh, well, I know how to sell art, you just gotta be good. Well, if that's the case, then why the stereotype of the starving artist? I mean, I see so many people who are so much better than me, and I'm making so much more money than them at this convention. And I didn't understand why until I dissected what I did each year. The number 2 misconception is that people, for some reason, aren't friendly at these cons when they're at their artist alley table. Or they're being a pushy salesperson. I know that's kind of weird because I'm talking about how to sell art, but I found that if you're too pushy, you actually drive a lot of people away. So in this presentation, I will show you how you can avoid being a pushy salesperson, which is something that artists fear anyway, and instead, sell your art, without being an ass. And then 3, not understanding convention demographics. And what do I mean by that?
Age group.
Alright. Before each convention, you have to understand who is exactly going to be there. You want to understand the age group, the average income or lack thereof, and you want to know if the dealer's room is big or small. And what's the point of that? Well, I've noticed whenever I sell at cons, I usually make a lot more money at smaller cons. That's because at bigger cons, there are bigger dealer's rooms. So you're competing with, not just other artists, but you're competing with a dealer's room. And at smaller conventions, there are smaller dealer's rooms, so people can have a lot more attention to pay to the artist alley. But don't let don't let that discourage you from selling at big conventions, because there are ways around it. Now, marketing your artwork starts way before the convention. It actually starts right when you register. As soon as you register, you need to announce to people that you're going to be selling at the convention. You mention it on Facebook, on your blogs, on if you play WoW. Mention it everywhere. Everywhere. Anyone who is going to the convention, you'll be selling at. You can even, I even would mention it to people that I would just meet. If I had the impression that they were into anime, I would ask them if they ever went to AWA. And if they did, I would tell them, oh, actually I'm having an artist table there. You just come by and we can hang out and everything. The point is just to let everyone know about it.
So, casually pimp your shit at all times.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. That's a beautiful way of putting it. Casually pimp your shit out. Alright. And then also you want to be creative with creating this buzz. Now you don't want to bombard everyone with spam, but you can be creative with it. Like maybe do an art series 12 days before the con, where each day you release a new sketch. Or maybe if you already have a fan base, you can give people a little sneak peek of what will be at your table. Or you can just do a special, like the first 20 people to come in get a free whatever.
I've seen a couple artists actually do line sketches and then have people color them in and send them around. You can artist on that.
Yeah, like you can. He just told me about a friend who releases line art and just have people color them. Just be creative. You can do anything as long as it creates buzz, generates excitement. That's pretty much the whole game. Now, so you paid for this table and you set everything up. You have your best art up there, and no one is passing by. It sucks, but it happens to everybody. But you can attract viewers through different techniques. The easiest and most prominent way is to feature fan art. A lot of people try to attract people through their original characters, but realistically, most people aren't going to know who your character is. So you want to use fan art to attract people, because then you get the really crazy nutcase.
The only thing is AWA's 80-20. Yeah, the 20% fan art only.
Yeah, she just mentioned that AWA only allows 20% fan art. Maybe that 20% fan art can be what you can display. Now you can sell original art, but just to attract people in, you would like to put a fan art. Yes?
It's actually on display, you can only have 20% on display.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, just use that 20% to the best that you can. Like, yes.
I'll wait until you finish it. Yeah.
Well, just a little trick you can do to get around the 20% on display.
Mhm.
You can make the fan art bigger and make your original art a little bit smaller.
Yeah, just creative things like that. You just mentioned that you can make the fan art really big, but then the original a little bit smaller. You know, just think about how to get around it. But there are other ways other than fan art to attract viewers. You can do products. This is a thing you can do at bigger cons. Since people want stuff from the dealer's room, why don't you have products at your table? You know, you see a bunch of keychains and posters and buttons out there. And by the way, go check out that website because they will print out like those little plastic keychains. It's Princess, PRINTSESS.com. And it's surprisingly affordable. I was kind of surprised at the prices. So definitely grab them while they're at that cost.
They also do actual prints, like separate prints, not just
Oh yeah, I'll cover that. Another thing you can do is do prints, obviously. But when you do prints, you want to set different price points because somebody might really like a piece of artwork, but you know they don't have enough money or they can't justify spending that much on a piece of artwork. So just have like different sizes and different price points. Yes.
Okay. Let's get back to the fan art now.
Okay.
Like if you want to do not only just anime characters, can you do like the American comic characters as well? Like
I've seen that.
you know,
Yeah. A lot of people do different comic characters and.
Fan art constitutes doing artwork of characters not originally your own.
Why
And
don't you get
Yeah.
creative with it and like have like whatever the character that you would embody, like have like his hat or something on one of your original characters that would catch somebody's eye. Like, oh, there's that dude's hat that I remember on that cool ass character. Let me go over there and look at that shit.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. He just mentioned you could, to get around it, maybe you can have one of your original characters dress up as an existing character. I mean, you just gotta be a little creative with it.
the
rules
negative
are
side
different.
with that is that we got in trouble last year
Oh, did you?
because everybody tried to get around the 50-50 rule, and so that's why it's 20% now. So it's trying to go around it. That's what gets us in trouble.
Yeah, I know. Like, copyright rules are just tricky. If you definitely just want to avoid all that mess, you know, you can do products. You can do different prints. Oh, with products, I would definitely advise everyone to use either their best artwork or they should do identity stuff. And what I mean by identity stuff is our products where people will pick them up and say, oh my God, this is so neat. I'm definitely buying this. For example, your zodiac sign, or if you have a button that says Yaoi Fangirl or something, you know, little things like that.